Hello, everyone. It is Scotty T, and I have an amazing comedian, actor, writer, ex WWE wrestler, Stephen Adkins is here.
Hello, how are you,
Did I
sir?
say that right, Stephen Adkins?
That's it. Just like the diet spelled different.
Stephen Adkins, I think you're in California,
Yes, sir.
but you're not from California.
I'm not from California. I'm
And you
from
don't like
dirty,
talking
dirty,
about where you're from.
dirty Alabama.
Now, I actually have a friend, I have a couple people that live in Alabama.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, talk about it. You hate when people ask you about that.
Oh yeah, I got a
You
lot
hate
of
it.
bits
You
about it.
you hate it.
People's whole like conception of Alabama is just, overalls, no shoes, red hats. That's it. It's just like everywhere else. We're great. It's a great place. It's probably my favorite place. I've lived in Nashville, Chicago, Cincinnati, Louisville, Pittsburgh, now LA,
Whoa, yellow
everywhere.
flag.
Huh?
Pittsburgh.
I've lived in
Pittsburgh.
Pittsburgh. Uh but I've lived everywhere, and I think Alabama is probably the best people I've ever met. They're so
Yeah,
good.
nice
Yeah.
folks.
They're so nice. Food's really good and hearty. Yeah.
Big and good, hot and spicy, sweet and meaty.
That's right. That's right.
Now, by your own admission, I said to you, man, you've done so much stuff. You're all over the place. And you even said, I'm all over the place.
I'm all over the place.
So I think I watched something earlier. It was comedy, Saturday Night Live or something, and wrestling. But I think wrestling came first.
Well, so I guess it all comes from being a kid of 80s movies,
All
From
right.
you watch Ghostbusters and you watch Terminator, you want to be a superhero and you want to be a comedian and you
Okay.
want to be into the paranormal, action
Oh,
movies
man.
and comedies from the 80s. Just I am such a child of that, you
Yeah,
know.
you just hit it all.
Yeah, so
I don't know.
wrestling
Hey,
was
I don't know if I'm dealing with Seth Skyfire, Forrest Plump. I don't know who the hell I'm dealing with.
Forrest Plump. He's my
Forrest Plump.
greatest.
I love Forrest.
It's
I love Forrest.
Forrest Plump was fantastic. I
Well, now
recently at the
let's for people keep us on the rails. Take us. I'll tell you what.
yeah.
Take us from Alabama to wrestling. Let's just take baby steps.
All righty. Well, Alabama, where I was born and raised by mommy and daddy. They're still together, still there, still
God
happy.
bless. God bless.
Yeah. And I found wrestling right at the end of high school.
Okay.
And my whole life was wrestling until I made it and moved to Louisville and signed a WWE contract. I lived in Louisville wrestling for OVW, which is the farm league. I wrestled for probably 14 years total before I
Wow.
quit, I guess, quit wrestling.
I'm
Um,
laughing
yeah,
because in 14 years, you took a couple blows to the head.
I took a lot of beatings. Well, once you get to the big time, like on the small circuit, sort of like comedy, like small circuit, you do, if you're lucky, a show a week. You're on the big time, you do 10 shows a week. You
I
know what I
know.
mean? You are just being beat to death nonstop.
Were,
And I
were
was
you a star?
Well, I was signed by WWE, which
Okay.
means I was on their roster, kind of in their farm league with guys that go on TV, kind of wrestling to get them better, to get
Okay.
myself better, to develop talent, to make new TV talent. Um,
Wow.
yeah,
I had no idea that it was like that.
yeah,
Well,
um,
honest to God, I'm not a fan of it. Well,
yeah.
when I was a kid, Chief J. Strongbow and
Oh yeah,
Haystacks Calhoun,
yeah.
Tony Gurria,
All those
I
guys.
mean, I loved it.
Yeah. I mean, I loved it so much that just sort of like everything. If I love something a lot, I can't just love it. I've got to
Okay,
immerse
all right.
myself
So
in it.
let's go on over 20 years. Paranormal.
So paranormal was about the same time. As a kid in Alabama, you got nothing to do. There's an abandoned farmhouse. Let's go in that abandoned farmhouse. Let's
Okay.
go in the basement. Let's see what we can find. Let's go to a
Right.
graveyard at night with a tape recorder. Let's go in this old abandoned, and then it when TV shows started coming out, like the Ghost Adventures and Ghost Hunters
Okay.
shows started coming out, you go,
Yeah.
oh, I can buy equipment and cameras, and it kind
Right.
of put a technique to it with those shows. And even while I was wrestling, so I would travel as a wrestler. If I'm staying at the Holiday Inn, Indianapolis, I would say, what's the room everyone hates? What's the room
Right.
everyone
Yeah.
checks out of? Every hotel in this country knows exactly what room to tell you that everyone hates and everyone checks out of. And it's really amazing how some unfamous haunted locations, these little hotels have spooky rooms that have, crazy vibes and crazy stories. And then after wrestling, when I started into special effects school, sort of my side project in effects school was I'm going to start on the weekends just traveling to these big name haunted locations like Queen Mary, Goldfield Hotel, places like that, and doing real lock-ins and trying to get some real evidence with some real expensive equipment and stuff. And yeah,
Keep
that
going. Keep going.
shit is real. There's stuff you can't explain. When you're 100 miles from anywhere in an abandoned asylum and it's been closed since 1800, there is no reason to be absolutely terrified. And there's no reason to hear sounds. And you hear sounds and you hear voices, and rooms feel full, and you see movement, and you know you're alone. It's one of the biggest thrills you can have, the almost excitement wise. Yeah, I love ghost hunting so much. I've kind of stepped away from it because I did it for so long that it kind of, I don't know, I kind of felt like I was repeating myself, running out of places, and I don't think I was getting anything from what I was producing. I was putting together these big episodes and these big kind of investigations, and no one was really watching them, and I'd kind of already done what I wanted for myself, and that was about the time I started going, I think I want to do stand up, so that sort of led into
Well, you're
stand up.
you're you're running right down. I just want to say this because people don't know we never met.
Yeah, we never met.
We never met. We
I
met
was just
5 minutes ago.
I was cruising
And I
Instagram.
and no, wait, now hold
Yeah.
on. I
Mhm.
do them this way because I love the spontaneity.
Yeah.
You don't know what I'm going to say. I don't know what you're going to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now, the reason I mentioned that, and I'm in York, Pennsylvania,
Hmm.
and there's a lot of spooky shit.
Lots in
And I
Pennsylvania.
love, yeah, I mean, Gettysburg, and there's,
Yeah.
so the paranormal really hit a nerve with me.
Oh, cool.
And take another second because we'll get to comedy in a minute.
Yeah. Yeah.
But your effects stuff, I mean, what, a couple Emmy nominations and stuff. You're an amazing guy.
I have so I went to Pittsburgh to Monessen, Pennsylvania, and I went to Tom Savini Special Effects School.
Right.
Graduate met my wife there also. She's a
Tom
Pittsburghian.
Savini. Is it Tom Savini? Yeah.
Yeah, Tom Savini, King of Splatter, did all the
Yep. Yep.
Jason
Yep. Yeah.
movies and all
Right.
the Romero movies. Graduated from that, married my wife, moved to California. Uh, you know, just like my work mindset from wrestling, got to be the hardest working man in the room. Work hard in effects, and within 10 years of special effects, I've got an Emmy for the Ahsoka Disney series and an Emmy for Book of Boba Fett. I've worked on every Marvel movie since Iron Man 3. I've worked
Wow.
my name's in the credit for the new Superman. My name's in the credit for the new Aliens.
Absolutely amazing.
Everything.
Absolutely
Work,
amazing, Steve.
just lived that dream already too.
You are cool as hell.
Hey, yeah,
You're cool as hell. Let's do comedy now.
comedy.
Now hold on. We're gonna go in a little bit of an order.
Yeah.
When did you start doing stand up? And was there a catalyst? What was the catalyst that said, Steven, do comedy?
Well, the main catalyst was the writer's
No,
strike.
first, when did you start?
My first, so I would say right after COVID, I had a little idea and I went and did an open mic.
Okay.
Not really knowing what stand up really required, knowing I wanted to tell these two wrestling stories. And I went and did that open mic and kind of not knowing what open mics were like, that they were
Right.
usually other comics and they weren't for getting laughs. You know what I mean? So I did that open mic and I was like, man, the comedy is not fun. Like that was not
No, no.
an enjoyable experience. And that was weird to me. Because I
You
thought
made me laugh.
Yeah, I'm such a silly guy, and everywhere I go, everyone's always like, I talk
Okay.
like I'm doing stand up most of the time. So,
Right.
I went and did that. And I'm like, man, that was not fun. I expected a whole different vibe and feeling
Right.
from
Right.
this thing I've always thought about. And because of wrestling, I have no fear of the stage, and I'm real comfortable with the mic,
Right.
which kind of gives me an advantage. So I don't feel like I'm a rookie, even when I'm a rookie.
Yeah.
Um, so then September, I think it was September 10th, 2023 was when I took my class at Flappers. And
Okay.
I go, I'm going to take this comedy stand-up class, and it's 6 weeks, and at the end you do a set. And I
Do you
go, and
want
if
to
I
do you want to
and if I
mention who ran the class?
Renee Percy, who I
I was just gonna
still,
say, I thought it
yeah,
was Renee. Renee's been on my show.
I love Renee so
I love
much.
Renee too.
She's such a guide for me. I still
Okay.
we meet every week and write and critique and work together. So
And Dwayne White. Dwayne's been on the
yeah,
show.
yeah, he's
Dwayne
fantastic.
holds the record for the most views in 2,300 views. No, I swear to God.
That's
I
good.
love Renee. I love Dwayne. I love you.
Oh, thank you,
Um,
sir. I love you.
now stop it. Don't give me that bullshit. You opened for Leno, is that right?
Open for Leno twice now, which is pretty
Okay,
great.
I saw a
Yeah.
picture and I thought so. How was that? Tell people about that.
The coolest thing about Leno, well, like in LA, you meet celebrities, and in my
Right.
job, you meet, I've met every Avenger there is because I have to do their arm cast and make their suits for them and things like that.
Okay.
But the funniest thing I always tell when I met Leno, I walked in and I felt like I was on the Tonight Show. He was like, "Hey, how you doing?" I'm like, "Oh, hi, Jay, Stephen Adkins." He's like, "Have a seat. Where you from?" "Oh, I'm from Alabama." "What do your
No
parents
shit.
do?" "Oh, my dad's an engineer. My mom was an artist." "Okay, well,
Wow.
how long you been?" And he kind of started hitting me with questions, and I was like, "I'm on the show. This is great."
That's
Like,
cool.
and
So
he's
he
just
treated
such a
you really
cool guy.
nice.
Yeah, he's so nice and cool and
Yeah.
just not
I have to admit,
standoffish.
the more I see him these days, the more I like him.
Yeah, he's
I
great.
didn't like him at all because I love Letterman. But the
I've
more I
seen,
watch him
yeah,
these days, no, I'm being serious. I'm
yeah.
being honest.
I was a Letterman fan when I was in high
But,
school. I
and I
watched.
didn't like him because of it. But the more I watch him, like I don't like Jimmy Kimmel. I don't
Yeah,
like Colbert.
I
But
don't
I do
watch any
like
of
I
them
like
now.
Leno now.
In high school, I watched Night Court, the Highlander TV show, and Leno every night.
All right. Besides Leno, you probably opened for other people. I don't know how many or
But
who.
I don't really. I have a lot of people that I
It's all
end up
right. It's
on
all right. I
shows
just want to
with.
ask you, do you have a favorite show since you started doing stand up, and then a least favorite show that didn't go so good?
Well, it's weird. Like my favorite. It's on my YouTube channel.
You're the boss, man. It's totally whatever you feel.
There's we did a Renee Percy did a show that I did just a 5 for, but that was one that I felt like I came out and it was almost like everyone was there to see me. It just felt like they were on every word, and
Okay.
everything I said was so good, and it was just really fun, and it was the best vibe I've ever had from comedy. And everyone was just happy.
And
And I
where
don't
was
think
this?
this
Where
was
was
at the
this, and how long ago was it?
this is at the Ice House, and it was probably
Yeah.
in March or May,
Okay.
something with an M.
Okay.
Um, Ice House in Pasadena here in California.
Yeah. No, you have some videos up, and I'm
Yeah,
gonna put all your links to your YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, all the stuff you're doing.
sweet.
Um, and Forrest Plump. Woof. Man, do I like Forrest.
I love Forest Plump.
I love Forrest.
Well, that was so the Burbank Comedy Festival, they had an idea of cosplay comedy. So make a character and kind of let's do a set as that character. And I kind of got over obsessed with it. I mean, I shaved my beard for it. I did like four.
Interrupt just real
Yeah,
quick.
yeah.
There is a ton of Forrest Plump things on your Instagram.
Yes,
I
yes.
hope people watch them
I did I did
because
like three
they're
vignettes like
great. They're great.
wrestling. Because that's kind of how wrestling would do. If a guy's coming out, they would film little vignettes to kind of hype up their debut. And so that's what I did. I got, my buddy, and we filmed scenes from the movie almost, but with a fat twist. Because I'm a little heavy and I like it.
I'm big and good, hot and spicy. Forrest Plump We jumped over for people that don't know. It's a play on Forrest Gump.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Do you mind for me? Do where you walk out with a box of chocolates. Man, do I love that.
I just did the hello, and then I did the just like, would you like a chocolate? And the girl went to grab it. Psych. I just and the girl's face, she was so destroyed that I took the chocolate away from her. Um, and it was so fun being I was Forrest that whole night.
you
I stayed as Forrest. I walked around. I went out in the parking lot and I was telling people, I'm telling jokes tonight. My mama's not here, but I'm gonna eat candy on stage. I was having so much fun. And I think I'm the only one that like got the assignment and took it too far. Like everybody else did sort of little characters and stuff. I like immersed I was watching Tom Hanks like body movements. I was trying to like walk like him
you
and
do it
move
great.
my
You did
head
great.
like
Somehow, because I like you, and you mentioned Renee Percy and stuff, but we did your favorite show. We didn't do your least favorite.
well, I don't really have a least favorite. I've had nights where it doesn't work, but I think
Okay.
as a performer, you kind of just
Yeah.
that there's nothing wrong with it. I don't get sad or butthurt if the crowd doesn't laugh. That means I didn't deliver right. It wasn't the vibe for me. any
Okay.
night any night I can be in front of people and get to just be myself and be loud, I'm happy with. So even if they boo me, it's kind of just fun. You know what I mean?
Okay.
So I wouldn't say any night you get to perform is a blessing, even the
All
shitty
right.
ones. None of them
Well,
really stick out.
all right. Comedians that inspired you, and
Oh my God.
comedians that you like, and comedians you like today.
Um Well, I'm definitely big on like those 80s kind of John Candy, Dan Aykroyd, Steve
Right.
Martin. Those guys are so much kind of what I want as my end goal. I would love to go back, get to a point where I can produce some sort of movie or show or something with that kind of vibe where everybody can watch and laugh, parents and families can sit around something like the Great Outdoors or Planes and Trains or something like that everyone can enjoy, but is still really
I
funny.
never seen a guy get picked up by a schnutz before.
I just watched he scoops and then that Steve Martin slides off screen. Like that is so great. That is
And
so
this thing, radio is still clear as a bell.
yeah.
For
That
people that
one's
don't know, I just did two lines from Planes, Trains, and Automobiles.
and Planes and Trains is so brilliant. Like, him doing the mess around and him getting caught in the
Oh,
jacket, you could take half those scenes out and the movie's still brilliant. They're
right.
almost like brilliant sketches thrown in this brilliant drama that's brilliantly hilarious. And that's what I would love to end up in the leg as my legacy almost. I've
Well,
written
that's
two
you know what.
movies.
In here, I just so people won't see it, but you will. I wrote down everything, and one of the last things I wrote was
Yeah, yeah.
as far as acting that and I think you answered it. That's the end goal.
That's the end goal. Well, I love stand up. So like wrestling is you and an opponent.
Well, and that was part of the question.
How does
Acting,
it
paranormal. You said paranormal's like kind of in the past. You had enough of that.
well, yeah, paranormal. Well, so paranormal. If they call me tomorrow and wanted me to host a
Still, yeah, it's
show,
still part
I'd
of your
do it.
life, but not. Yeah, I
Yeah,
got you.
yeah.
Okay, so keep going. I'm sorry.
And it's almost like so wrestling trained me to be an entertainer, and I don't need an opponent anymore. I don't need all the flash anymore. I can just
Right,
be myself, and that's what's cool about stand up. It's just you. There's nobody else, and it's your opinion what makes you mad or happy, and
right.
it's really fun getting to voice how you feel about everything in the world and people care and just to spread a laugh. And that's in any conversation on the street, you're trying to
Sure.
entertain and make somebody. And if you can do that to a room full of people, like make a room full of friends in one talk, that's such a
Wow,
great feeling.
that's a
Um,
great thing you just said right there. No, I
yeah,
mean it.
yeah, feels good.
You make
That's
a
how I
room full of friends with one talk.
That's what it feels like
That's
for me.
pretty cool.
Yeah.
That's a great statement.
I love to just go out and just whoever's out there, I'm talking to them. I'm not just telling my jokes.
Hey, I'll tell you what. We just met, and I like you.
Thank you, sir.
You're
I like
pretty.
you.
Stop that sir bullshit. Don't start that again, or I will kick you off this
Oh
fucking.
shit.
I will drop you like a bad transmission, buddy.
I'll take it.
I'll roll you out like wholesale carpet. I'll
That's right.
flip you like a cheese omelet.
I like it.
That's all Jeff Altman, by the way. Jeff Altman's one of my favorite comedians from
Yeah.
Letterman. Um, I want to make sure that we covered everything, and there was a
Um,
lot to cover.
yeah. I've done sort of, we only tipped on the acting. I just did a little bit for a movie called Bad Tooth, where I'm a really shitty, sneely, kind of smarmy tooth insurance salesman. That's coming out soon. It's just a
What
short,
is
but
it? Say it again for everyone.
the movie is going to be called Bad Tooth.
Bad tooth.
It's about a tooth that goes bad and it goes, turns into a monster and all kinds of crazy stuff.
No shit.
Yeah. But my biggest thing finding comedy is finding writing. So I've written a movie. I'm almost done with another movie I've written. I've written a
Yeah.
pilot. I've been writing, I got a stack of sketches.
Okay.
I want to do almost like a Chappelle show type of thing. I want to do some stand up, show some
Yeah.
sketches, some stand up, show some sketches.
Well, I hope as all this happens, you'll come and see me periodically.
I will, sir. I'm
I
sorry I
like
said
this.
sir.
Stop the sir bullshit.
Well, the
I
sir
love the
is
hell out of you.
the sir is
You know,
like
I put.
in the effect shop. Sir is like our yes chef,
Yeah, yeah,
So we
yeah,
kind of
yeah. I
say
get it.
yes
I get
sir
it.
to everybody in the effect shop.
I was thinking about it, and I hate when I do this. Um, but the joke I put up, I normally put a joke up every day. I've done it for 5.5 years,
Yeah.
and I didn't plan it. But the joke is something to the extent of uh, if when one door opens, or one door closes and another door opens, your house is
That's
home.
just fun. Yeah.
I didn't plan that. And
That's
your
great.
paranormal stuff really, I mean, because that alone,
Go watch some.
I bet you've seen some shit.
I would say so in probably 20 plus years of ghost
Before we
hunting.
do your comedy minute,
Yeah.
tell me the craziest experience you ever had.
So I was in Nevada State Prison, which has been closed down since
Imagine.
1890. I am in the execution chamber where over 63 people have been executed by lethal injection. All bad people who were
Yeah,
put to
yeah.
death in
No,
this
they
room.
put good people in there.
They put all the good
Dumbass.
people, all the best people put to death. Um, and I'm,
That's
of
my
course,
baby. Your baby
and
just
this room
your
is
baby
known
just killed 4 people, man.
that murderous baby, murder baby assassin on the next Geraldo. Um,
Murder baby assassin.
uh, but the place at a point stopped giving tours because the people were getting pushed
Right, right.
downstairs and all kinds of stuff. And so I'm up there, forehead to the glass, challenging the ghost. If you're gonna push people, push me, do something to me. These people come here to make this place alive, to give it energy, to give it a purpose. And you're trying to hurt people that are trying to keep this environment, active. And as I'm saying that, I'm forehead against the glass, I'm seeing my reflection, and then I sort of look past my reflection and I get pinned, my hair just stood up. I lock eyes with someone on the other side of the glass.
No
There's a
shit.
man. The best I could describe him is he looks like David Lynch with like his curly
Yeah.
hair and his
Okay.
skinny face. He had like an old gray shirt. And if you know anything about theater makeup, he looked like he had thick lined theater makeup. His face was very thick. I could tell his hair looked almost powdery, and I locked eyes through the execution chamber, which is locked. You can't go in it. There's no one in the building except me and my one cameraman. And I lock eyes with this guy, and like it seemed like forever. And the weirdest thing, I'm holding a camera pointing at it. It doesn't show up on my camera, but
I
I
was gonna
lock,
say,
yeah, and my friend's
is
filming
there
me.
any video proof, or you're just
Well,
telling us?
there's video of the moment.
But you
Um,
don't see him.
but it doesn't show up.
Oh,
And
you
it's
saw him. Yeah.
it's
Okay.
so I see him, and
Yeah, I know. All
the
right. All
comedy
right.
part is you think you'd make a cool noise when you see a ghost. You do not.
Oh no.
I went like boo, like I made like the weirdest wacky call and started crying and like fell down, and then I like couldn't close my eyes because I kind of kept seeing him again.
Is there any kind of excrement in your?
No excrement. I was lucky that day, or my depends kept them all tight. Um,
Oh, Steven. Man, I tell you what, I have enjoyed the heck out of this.
hell yes,
I really did.
good. I
And
have too.
promise me, and I'll tell you what, you are welcome anytime.
Oh, cool. Yeah,
Yeah, I mean, when you got something coming up, you let me know. I'll have you on.
sounds really good.
I thank you for contacting me.
Oh yeah, I
Now
was
we have
scrolling the
one more, we
gram.
have one more little piece of business to do.
Oh yeah,
I
yeah.
love that look. I guess you know what it is, right?
My comedy minute. I'm gonna make it
Let me
something a little
introduce you.
special.
Stop. What, Jesus, stop.
Jesus.
What, Jesus, listen there, meathead.
I'll throw you down
Stephen
some stairs.
Adkins. Stephen Adkins. Your comedy minute. Go ahead, buddy.
Well, living in Hollywood, I love movies,
Right.
So I grew up loving horror movies, but the movies they make now are not the same as the horror movies I grew up with. I grew up with movies like Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Right.
Now they have Smile. I grew up with Nightmare on Elm Street. Now they have It Follows. I grew up with Hellraiser. Now they have Unfriended. My biggest fear was being cut up with a chainsaw, murdered in my dreams, or dragged straight to hell. But apparently, the biggest fear now is a smiling person that's following you that has unfriended you on Instagram. The horror. I watch a lot of movies on Netflix, but what's sort of weird is my Netflix fucks with me a lot. Like
Right.
all I watch is horror movies and stand-up specials. That's pretty much it. And
Right.
my Netflix refuses to believe that I'm not black and gay. My suggestion titles are all LGBTQ stories, black films, black leads. I think my Netflix suggested titles should have nothing to do with my Pornhub search history. Completely unconnected. And I'm going to end with a joke that kind of it was my first rock, and it was such a gross joke I had to leave it. Because I've got two kids. I love my kids so much.
Right.
But people won't have kids because their fear of changing diapers. But, good thing to know, nature kind of does it for you because a baby's butt is kind of like a brand new no stick pan. Everything kind of comes right off with one wipe. I get really jealous because I hate to say it, my butt, it's more like an old cast iron skillet. It's got years of baked in flavor. It's well seasoned, and no matter how much I scrub, it's never completely clean. Not to mention my wife's butt. It's like our fine china. I only get to use it at Christmas.
Oh my god.
And I'll say that's it. How's that for a minute?
Oh my god. That's stellar stuff. Well, listen, and I'm gonna let you go, but that room back there, do you have any couple things back there you can just point out real quick? They're amazing, whatever all you got back
This
there.
this Popeye is haunted by the ghost of a little boy that is in my guest house. That's a little Popeye from 1920. It's a Popeye toy that was pulled out of a fire of an orphanage.
No
And
shit.
yeah, it's a little old Popeye metal toy.
And
I
why
can't
is it in your house? Why is it right there?
because I went to an antique store and was asking. I always antique stores. I go, is anything haunted? And this lady said yes, and it's this toy. Take it. And and now it's in my house, and I've only seen him twice in my little guest house of my Superman cave.
Oh my god.
But he's here, and that's him right there. That's his toy. I'll find it moved. That's why I put it under the glass because it was moving around the room and stuff. Fucked up.